Hello everyone. Then today I will show you how to make the bracelet bag in my hand. First we open the package of materials we received. And then we have a layer. Iron the layer on its cotton covered side. And then we have a lining. A bag base plate, a foot nail. A gilt clasp for bag openings. A screw. A screwdriver. Needle and thread. All the materials prepared. We're ready to make it. So first we started making the layer. Let's trim the outer outlines of the layer and lining. We leave a sewing distance of about 1 centimeter according to the outline. Okay, let's take out this bag base plate now. Put it in the center of layer on its cotton covered side. Center it. We now need a marker. Mark the top 4 holes of the base plate with a marker. Now we use hole punching tools. I'm using a puncher now. Punch holes in these 4 marks we just marked. If you don't have a puncher, you can also use scissors or awls instead. You can also punch this hole well. Be careful not to snag on the surface. Now let's start sewing its layer. First, fold it in half like this. Align this cotton cover outline. All edges of the cotton cover need to be aligned. The bottom corner should also be aligned. Then sew these 2 edges first. This side and this side. Pay attention to align the edge of cotton cover when sewing. Be careful to sew from the intersection of these 2 edges. And sewing in this position. Now we start making corners. I've just sewn it up like this. Open its seam. Push down. Fold the cotton cover in half and align it face to face. Then sew along the crease. Same thing on both sides. The bottom corners on both sides have been folded. And it is all sewn up. Let's trim it a little bit. Please make sure the sewing just now is firm enough, otherwise it will cause leakage after trimming. Now we flip the surface. After flipping, put the bag base plate in. Fix the foot nail. Be careful to align the 4 holes on both the base plate and the layer. studs through the base plate. Separate the fixing claws of the foot nails inside the bag to fix. Okay, this base plate is installed. We're going to make the lining. The sewing method of the lining and the layer is the same. Fold in half. Align this top edge. Bottom edge align. Align side. Sew these two sides. After all sewing are completed, sew the bottom corner as we did on the external cover. Same as just now. Sew along its sides like this. The lining is also ready. Now we put the lining into the layer. We press down hard. Flatten the bottom. And now we're going to sew the bag opening. Fold the edges of layer and lining face to face at the bag opening until the bottom of it. Like this. When we sew, we use curls instead of twists, because later on, they're being pushed inward. Like this, we always insert the needle from one side and tighten the edge. It will also be more convenient when it is folded inward later. Just sew it around. Alright. After the sewing is done, we install the bag clasp on it. When installing, we need to pay attention to whether the pattern distinguishes between front and back, and ensure the part of clasp with the ring is installed on the back pattern. Lift this fabric up hard and stuff it completely in the clasp. Tuck in the top edge first, then tuck the side one. And pay attention to the alignment of the center, and the sides should be symmetrical. Then install the screws. Confirm again whether the fabric is plugged tightly and wrinkled. If it wrinkles, let's smooth it like this to level the fabric. After leveling, we will install the screws. Let's apply the middle screw first. Fix it and confirm again that the cloths on both sides are plugged tightly. When installing the rest of the screws, also confirm again whether the fabric is plugged tightly. Installing screws is difficult. We must confirm whether the cloth is stuffed many times and observe the stuffing of the cloth through the small hole. After confirmation, we will tighten the screws. Do the other side. This half is done. Then the other half. When doing it, make sure that the edge distance left on the two halves is the same and maintain symmetry, otherwise, the clasp will be skew. Lift the cloth up like this as before. Install the screws as before. When all the screws are installed, this bag is done. Thank you for your attention.